really big news coming out of Davidson, you guys, when you think about the four-time NBA champ Steph Curry, who is still on the floor pursuing a fifth ring, but has decided to take this position with his alma mater, Davidson, as an assistant GM for both the men's and the women's teams. This is cool. He's the first active player now, stateside in pro sports, to be taking an administrative role like this with an NCAA team. And when I first read this news, the impact I was thinking was NIL, just like everything else. What was your reaction?
My reaction is what a win for Davidson. I mean, they should be taking victory laps, both the men and women's programs, because so many times, especially right now when you hear for coaching searches, coaches say, well, what's the investment in the program? They don't mean what are they getting paid. They're meaning what kind of money is being pumped into my program so I can win as the coach of said program. Well, there's an eight-figure funding coming from Steph Curry and this Berman family to both men's and women's. So that matters because it's not just men's, it's both men's and women's. That money is going to yield a return every year. So they're not going to have to fundraise every year to go find this money outside of what is given from the NCAA. Their collective is built to last. And now you think about, okay, I don't know if I want to go to Davidson or maybe I want to go to this other program. Steph Curry jumps on the phone. That kind of changes things. And on top of that, he's going to be making appearances at different events, too. That elevates your program immediately. What a win.
Look, we saw it with St. Bonaventure in terms of Woj going to St. Bonaventure in the similar order. Now, Woj is a little more boots on the ground. Steph's got to still go make some threes, but it's huge. I mean, you look at a player like Reed Bailey. Reed Bailey, first team All-Atlantic 10. There is a number of schools across the country that would want Reed Bailey and be able to pay Reed Bailey a significant amount of money to come to their school. They're going to be able to keep guys like that. We saw it in years past with Kellen Grady. Kellen Grady was a great player for Davidson. Kellen Grady finished his career at Kentucky. So for Matt McKillop, for this Davidson program, for the men's and women's programs there, this is huge for them to be able to keep these level of student athletes at their school. With
the Under Armour tie, I mean, hey, here's a little bit more Under Armour gear. Hey, we'd love to have you at our camp. There's just a different tie that an assistant GM, not the head GM, that matters too here. The assistant GM can just come in and provide just another element that simply GMs at most schools can't. That name recognition goes a very long way.
And I love Matt's point, too, quickly, because it's not just like Steph's story where Davidson finds a player that nobody else is recruiting. Now you can actively go and get players that might have looks elsewhere.
And it's really neat, too, to see how much Steph Curry and his wife love their school. They love their alma mater. To be able to do this is just, it's really impactful.
And what an endorsement, like you're saying, of the program. One of the greatest basketball players to ever lace them up says, in the middle of my chase for another championship, I'll do whatever I can because this school has propped me up to be this. And this is what I want other young men and other young women to possibly achieve.